and welcome to the first ever episode of Player 2 Cooks. Our wonderful Hot Sauce of Oblivion competition has been and gone, and we had 5 winners. So I'll be cooking 5 recipes as promised. I'm going to put this up on our YouTube channel. Now, I am not Adam Lior, I am not Jamie Oliver, and I'm certainly not Anthony Bourdain, but I'm doing the best I can with the technology I have available. So the first episode, the first cook I'm going to do is Simon Hayward's winning entry. He sent in a recipe for grilled chicken wings. Now with all of these recipes, I am taking the recipe and using the ingredients as close as possible, and then I'll be cooking them roughly in the same way. I'm going to add probably things to it because I can't help myself, and I'll be, with what I have available, I'll be doing the recipe as much justice as I can. So first up, we have the chicken wings. I'm just going to grab this little container over here, get ready for it. What we've got is 2 kilos chicken wings. I got it with the joint on already. I mainly do that because my dogs like the end bits. So a good cleaver, and put them in there like that. So as we go, if you reverse the wing, that's something they taught me in my early cooking life. It makes them easier to cut. So just crack the knuckle and cut like so. And all the little end bits go to the dogs because they really like them, as you'd expect. Use a nice sharp knife. A cleaver's perfect because it does all the work for you. Just make sure you use an older chopping board because you're likely to leave dents in it. So this recipe is a grilled chicken wing, so I'm actually going to do it on my smoker, and I'm going to smoke it with some cherry wood while I'm grilling it. So it's going to be a slow grill, and then I'll finish it up with a bit of heat, crank the heat up at the end to get that nice grilled outside texture. Now, cooking shows are inherently a little bit narcissistic, a little bit wanky. So I'm just going to have to lean into it. Ooh, missed the bit there. And you're just going to have to go with me because I've never done anything like this before. Nearly there. So, the chicken wings going. So we've got 2 kilos. Simon's recipe was for 1 kilo. But I've got friends coming over, so I'm in country New South Wales. We're still allowed to have friends come over. So I'm making 2 kilos, so I'll double the recipe as much as I can. There's 3 main components to it. There's the chicken prep and the rub. Then there's the sauce for afters, and of course the grill. So I'll show you as best as I can how to do it. Nearly there, only a couple more left. Right. 2 more. Done. Alright, so I'll just put the ends in these trays. The dogs can have them later, they'll appreciate it. Give my hands a bit of a wash. Tea towel. Alright, so now they'll just sit there for a while out of the road until we need them in a bit. Now we've got a bowl. I'll get rid of this stuff too. That's all we need. And the recipe calls for, we have lemon zest, onion powder, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, dried thyme, garlic powder, salt. So this is going to be the rub. And it's really simple rub. It seems to be 1 teaspoon of each, but I'm going to actually go up a bit on this because I think we're going to need more than 1 teaspoon. We're going to need a tablespoon, I think, at least. So what I'll do is I'll get a tablespoon out, and then we'll go from there. So we've got 2 tablespoons of salt. Yes, that makes sense. So I'm just going to, I always use salt grinder. So this is going to be very exact, these measurements. So I'm going to have to make sure that I've got enough to coat all the wings. Got the paprika. Where's my paprika? There it is. We've got 1 tablespoon, so we're going to go 2, because, like I said, we're doubling the recipe. And then we've got a tablespoon of garlic powder. So 1, 2. We've got onion powder, tablespoon. There you go, so 2 tablespoons again, because like I said, I'm doubling the recipe. 1, 2. What else have we got here? Dried thyme. We've got 1 tablespoon. Again. Come on. It's harder to get out. 1. Should have got a poury one for the time. 2. Close enough. It's good enough. And then we have the cayenne. So only a 1/4 teaspoon he said here, so tablespoon. So we're going to just go a 1/2 tablespoon. Because, hey, these are going to be hot anyway. Okay. Now, just looking at that, a little bit more salt. I cook very much by feel, and I will actually add a bit more paprika, a bit more garlic, a bit more onion powder, because I'm just not sure that we've got enough for covering of all those wings. And that should be enough. Beautiful. Now we've got the zest of a lemon. Get a microplane. It's the easiest way to do it. And you just want to take the top level of the skin off. So that's all you need. You don't want any of the white stuff if you can avoid it. Just the top level. It smells really good. Just try and get as much of that as you can. We're going to use the lemon later in the sauce, so don't waste it. Just because you've taken the top of the skin off, it's still good. It's still good. So, I think that's just about it. There, a bit more there. Beautiful. Microplane away, lemon away. Save that for later. Alright, so we've got our little bowl of goodies here, just showing off there. So we're going to just mix it all in. Nice and mixed up. Just showing there. We will. Now you can dry the wings if you want. Pat them dry. I tend not to, just simply because the rub sticks to it better. So what we're going to do is bring our wings over here. This is where a Tupperware container with a lid comes in here, because you can use a shake. Excuse me while I have coffee. Alright, so what we do, sprinkle it over, mix them around, don't be afraid to get your hands in there, mix them up, put the bit more in, mix it up. It does actually smell like a really nice rub. Get them going, nice and over. So we do that. The last bit of rub. Try and make sure you get an even coating on everything. Coat them up. There we have it. So the wings are done. Just give my hands a bit of a wash. And I'm going to let them sit in the rub for at least 2 hours. Always give your meat time to rest in your rub. It helps the flavour go through. It makes it really good, especially because we're going to smoke these. So we want a nice burst of flavour when we bite into them. But that's it for the chicken wings. Next up, we're going to be making the sauce. Alright, we're back here. Now we're about to make the sauce for the chicken wings that are dipping in later. And this is where the star ingredient comes in, the Hot Sauce of Oblivion, which was a special hot sauce made by the Melbourne Hot Sauce Company in conjunction with Bethesda, obviously. And it is 600,000 Scoville units. So that's some hot shit. I haven't tried any yet, but it's got habanero, ghost chilies, Carolina Reaper, Trinidad scorpions in it. It's also got mango, ginger, orange, lime, and a bit of sugar. So it's a all natural sort of thing, but it's going to be hot as hell. I haven't even smelled it yet. This is the first time opening it. It smells actually quite nice. Doesn't smell like it's going to burn. I have a feeling it is though. So, we've got, for the sauce, we need half a cup of mayonnaise. Whole egg mayonnaise. Always use whole egg. If you're going to have mayo, don't skimp, right? I'm just going to take that off. Like, it's one of those things, you know? Sure, you can get the light one, but why would you want to? So we're doubling again because we've got a few extra people and a few extra wings. So there we go. Just put that there. Scoop that out. So that's the mayo in there. Alright. Now, we have a teaspoon of Dijon, teaspoon of horseradish. So we're going to go a bit over because we're over catering. Get the mayo out of the road. Over again. Go. Alright, so now we also need some chopped chives. I've got some fresh chives here. I like chives, so I'm going to throw as much as I can in, but you know, just cut the bad bits off the end. Just move it there. And get all them out of there. They can go into the chook bin or your recycling or your compost. Nice sharp knife. Probably don't have the best knife skills. course, it's always important to tuck those knuckles away when you're cutting with a nice sharp knife. Alright, chives in. There we go, chives are in there. Looking good now, we've got lemon. There's our lemon we used earlier. Cut him in half. We're going to use the full lemon juice. Now it's got seeds in it. Old trick. Hold your hand with your fingers slightly apart and squeeze just slightly and let the juice go through your fingers. Obviously you need clean hands. That way you catch the seeds. Give it a good old squeeze. And the second half, because we're doing the double dose. And one of the seeds went in, but I caught most of them. There's quite a few in this. There we are. I'll just pick out that one seed, because that'll taste terrible in the sauce. Tea towel, dry your hands. Lemons can go to the chooks. Now we just give it a good stir up. Get the fork. Just give it a bit of a, that's what it looks like there. Now we add the good stuff. A teaspoon of Hot Sauce of Oblivion. We're going to do 2 teaspoons. So there's the sauce there. We're going to get a teaspoon out. Well, that's a big spoon. Little one. Hot Sauce of Oblivion. Here we go. And then a bit extra because, like I said, double recipe. Mix that all together. It's coming up. It's a nice red colour actually. Might be a little bit runny. If it's a bit runny, the easiest way to fix that is just add a little bit more mayo. Just to thicken it up that little bit. Which you might do. Beautiful. Mix it all in. So this is the hot sauce. We're ready for my first try. Away. Get a little spoon. Try the sauce. Yeah, it's got some kick. Not too bad though. It's got a nice little roll at the back. I've had hotter, that's for sure, but it'll go wonderfully with the wings. Just a little dip on them. Yeah, no, that's good. Yum. All right. So sauce. Once again, I'm going to leave this in the fridge for a couple of hours before we use it, simply because flavours infuse over time. So we just get a bit of Glad wrap, my ratty looking Glad wrap box. You know, keep the Glad wrap on the top. That can go in like that, and we'll just put that in the fridge. We're all ready to go. Now to wait 2 hours, and we'll grill some chicken wings. All right, we're back with part 3 of our grilled chicken, Simon's grilled chicken wings. We've had our wings, they've soaked and rested in the rub for 2 hours, and we're going to put them on the smoker. So the original recipe just called for grilled, so you can put these on your barbie or whatever and grill them, but I'm going to do it nice and slow because, you know, I like to do things like that. So, first up, we've got the smoker to just about 110, 120 degrees. You could probably go as high as 130. Wings are pretty forgiving. And we've got it ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these wings on the side that's got the heat protection, so they won't have any direct heat on them. So we're just going to whack them on, just lay them on nicely. Just a little bit of space around each one so they get smoke. Now I've pre-oiled the grill, so you should oil your grill so it doesn't stick. And get that on. Keep that going there. Depends on your type of smoker too, how you want to do this. You could use an offset smoker. You could use a normal barbecue with a smoke box, a wood chip box. I think smoked wings are really nice. So I'm just making sure there's enough room for them all because we've got quite a few. So some are going to be a little bit on the heat, but we'll swap them around at the halfway point. So nothing gets too cooked. It's only 120 degrees, like I said, so it's not super hot. Actually got quite a few wings here, so that's all right. I don't want them to go past my little latch, which I'll show you in a minute. The wings are on. There we go, we've got quite a few. So they're all on. So what we've got here, just here, is cherry wood chips, and they've been soaking in beer for about an hour, just to moisten them up a little bit when I throw them on and give me a bit more smoke. If you're using chunks of wood, you don't need to soak them because the chunk of wood will last long enough, but the chips, they go through quickly if you don't soak them. So it's better to just soak them. So we're just going to put a handful of these on, just lift the grill up like that. Got a handful of chips in there, just like that. Onto the heat, put the grill down, close her up. Make sure she's ready to go, and you should be able to see the temperature will get up. It'll jump up again because we've had it open, but it'll get up to about 130, 140. It'll sit there. You should see some smoke coming out very soon. It's just starting to now. And then we're going to leave that for half an hour. You can see the smoke. You don't need to do a long smoke with chicken wings. So we're going to do a half an hour or so, and then we're going to turn them over on their other side, put some more wood chips on, and do another half an hour. Then we'll check the skin condition of them, and if we need to crisp them up, we'll bring the heat up on the grill, and then we'll make them nice and crispy, and they'll be ready to serve. So there we are. We can get ready to have some wings in about an hour and 20. Just a quick little update on the smoking. It's been on for about 5 minutes now. It's come up to temperature nicely, and as you can see, there's a nice little waft of smoke coming out. The cherry wood is very nice with the chicken. You could use apple as well. Apple wood is very good. Great wood with fish, with pork, with chicken, with the lighter meats. With the heavier meats, you'd use something a bit heavier, smoky flavour. All right, we're at the halfway mark. We're 30 minutes into the smoke. So we're going to open them up, we're going to flip them, we're going to add some more chips, and then we're going to keep going. But that's the wings right now. Because we've got some over the direct heat, we're going to move those. We're going to swap them over, like that. Make sure we turn them over. Turn them all. Yeah, look at those, they're looking good. So they've got halfway to go. So that one can go there. Some of them are getting a bit... The ones that are over the heat, as you can see, get a bit charcoal on the outside, but that doesn't matter. We'll just keep going here, turning them all over. So, make sure we get them all. Put some of those ones that are burnt more in the middle so they're away from the heat. Turn these over. Turn them all you just shuffle them around, make sure they're all getting nice coverage. So I'll put him up here. Good thing to remember too is put your big pieces on the outside where there's heat. So they'll obviously take a bit more heat to cook. So I reckon we've just about got that nice. The halfway mark. We're going to hook the little lid up. We're going to throw just another chunk of wood chips in. Put that down. Close her up. We get another half an hour and then we're good to go. Right, the wings are ready, the sauce is ready, we're just waiting for the guests. I'll plate it up and we'll see who wants to have a try of the hot sauce wings. All right, finished product, wings. Simon's wings that he won the comp for. So we'll try one without the Hot Sauce of Oblivion. Pretty good. Not bad. Interesting.
Title like that.
Yeah, so this is his sauce with the Hot Sauce of Oblivion in it. Let's give it a go. It's actually really nice with it. There's a little bit of heat coming now. It's not too bad. Goes well with the chicken. Good work. Some hot sauce. Try a little bit. Seriously.
Ash,
I cleaned you up.
what'd you try?
Fine.
Plain? Alright. Hot sauce for Jakey.
There isn't spice enough. So.
It is spicy.
Spicy.
Rather it without this.
What's the other sauce?
Oh, that's just my homemade barbie.
Oh, my buddy.
My Oreo. Yeah.